Hello and welcome. How are you, students? Today we are going to do a very interesting topic. It's the advanced level topic, and as you've guessed, it's about story writing. Now we have heard stories all our life. Okay, we have heard stories or we have read stories in novels, in books, fairy tale stories, folk tales. We have also uh, we watch movies which have stories. Okay, so many things. It starts with story writing. Okay, so story writing is what we're going to do. It's a very interesting topic. Let's start with this topic. How to write a short story. Story can be as per your the content of the story can be short, it can be big, it can be a very big story also of pages, but today we are going to discuss about a short story. How to write a short story? First, there are 4 points that you should remember. Develop characters. Who are the characters in the story? Okay. Establish a plot. What is the scenario? Define a narration perspective, the dialogues, draft a story. Simple. 4 things. Let's say who is going to play what part in the story. Establish a plot, that is a scenario, dialogues, and then you write a story. So this is what you will do before making a story, writing a story. Now I have some stories, or we have heard these stories, read these stories. The Monkey and the Crocodile, The Thirsty Crow, Puss in Boots. We have most of us have read the stories when we were kids. Now you can also make your own stories now, you can write something that you recently you have read, you have seen something like an incident, and you can write a story on that. Or scenario, let's say my trip to my native place, what did I see, what people I saw, how was it, and write characters on that. It can be all characters of your imagination. You don't have to, they may not be real people, it's just an imaginary stories. But some stories we have all read in our childhood, those stories are fairy tale stories, folk tales, animal stories, plant stories. I used to read all these when I was a child, or you must have also read in when you were kids, or when you, even now we read in many of the novels. We read all stories, and we read very nice stories. So this is how you're going to write. Now this is a small recap that I'm taking for you. When you write a story, it can have as many paragraphs as possible. It depends on the length of the story. You can develop your characters, you can establish a plot, a scenario, you can write your own dialogues, and you can draft a story and make it as if you're making a comedy story, a comedy narration, use comical words. If you're writing a suspense, if you're writing a ghost story, depending on that, you can develop your characters. If you're writing a romantic story, the characters. If you're writing something like adventurous story, or fantasy story, then all these characters will depend on what type of plot you are going to write about. So this is all I have for writing a story. I hope you've liked this session. Till then, thank you so much.